The Coliseum was a place where the best of the best threw down to see who would be the last standing. Some contestants came from nothing, just to rise to the top. What if I started with the bare minimum in Elestrals, just enough packs to make a legal deck? I would clash with other casters with the eventual goal of winning a tournament. Every win would reward a single randomized pack to upgrade my deck, with other rewards along the way. Will I be the last caster standing? It's time to enter the Coliseum. Welcome back to the Coliseum. Today we are here for episode 17 of Elestrals Coliseum. We are here with Elestrals Gibby today from the Elestrals Discord. Big shout out to him. Never met this guy until now. Great dude. Had a blast playing him. Anyways, yeah, this is the first time I've been able to record where there's no one in the house and I am just able to, you know, kind of be loud, be obnoxious most likely, and not have to worry about it affecting anyone else. So great day for me. Hope you guys are having a great day as well. So anyways, Gibby went first here, went with the Nectar of the Gods, draw 2 cards, went ahead and passed there, leaving an open board. Play comes over to me. I cast out the Toxion effect, burn for 1, swing for 1, also set a back row. And then Gibby gets play back right here, goes in with the Cryoling, and off of the Nectar paid 2 Flare Mines. And then for the 2 damage that I did on my turn, paid 2 Flare Mines, and then the Cryoblast is the 5th Flare Mine. So that allows the Cryoling effect to trigger, sending itself into Cryovern. So a bit scary right there, and then to make matters worse, Gibby also has the Infrostix in hand, paying 2 spirits to resurrect the Cryoling that was just sent, and instantly the effect will trigger a second time, bringing out a second Cryovern. So Gibby going kind of hard right here, bringing out the two Cryoverns onto the board on turn 3. Massive swing. This might be a quick one if I don't have anything in hands to deal with this. Set back row card as well. I was feeling good after I saw the Nectar and then the pass on the open board. I get 2 damage. I was feeling good, and now we're staring down 2 Cryoverns. So kind of unfortunate right here. We'll go ahead and pay out our 4 spirits worth of damage right here. And we'll take play. Hopefully have something to deal with this. Obviously I don't have shield, or I would have bounced one of those back to hand. So a bit unfortunate right there. We'll go ahead, cast out the Rummagem right here. Rummagem, the 1-cost earth that allows you to search another 1-cost earth. Yeah, so I'm casting this the day of, let's see, it's April 26th. There is a Premier tournament going on right now. I was not actually able to play in that Premier. I've had a lot going on recently. We just got a new job, so life has been pretty crazy for me. Unfortunately, was not able to play today. Can't wait to see what the meta is looking like now. Moonrise format has been so fun to play in. A lot of diversity. There's not one deck just ruling the meta. A lot of creativity from the players. So it's a great time to be playing Elestrals. With the Rummagem, we will go ahead and cast off the Sprouter here, and then fail to cut our deck. So I'll go ahead and reshuffle. I believe after the Rummagem, we just passed it back, which is terrible. Gibby opts to Hard Ascend right here into a Ballistrix, which is absolutely insane. I was telling Gibby during this match, like, love to see something creative like this. Like, I feel like the only Blizz deck that I've seen that everyone has seen is straight gamble Ballistrix, hope you hit your mills kind of thing. It's really cool to see a version of it that isn't that. Like I was just saying, like, you can get really creative and do some really cool stuff, and Gibby's putting that on full display right here. So the Blizz does trigger its effect, shuffling back 3 Elestrals into the deck to pop a card, hits the back row, which was a Spoiled Fruit. So we will go ahead and pay out our, or the Cryovern does take out the Rummagem. The Blizz will swing for 3, so we will take the 3 damage right there. And yeah, we are already behind very quickly in this one. Not sure the exact spirit counts, but you guys obviously will see that on the screen. Also, I did have to trim the video a little bit on the OBS, the camera angle on Gibby's camera, just to get it a little bit better. So you guys will probably see more artwork on the right side than normal, but hopefully everything still looks good. We will go ahead and cast out the Sprouter right here. Sprouter is 3/5, allowing us to search an artifact. Thought process right here was we can you know, you guys know the targets. We have the tunic as well as the necklace, and so thought process is we could just go ahead and grab the necklace right here, get up to an 8 attack, be able to clear the Cryovern at least. A bit expensive because that will force us, assuming the attack gets through, that will leave the necklace on board, forcing us to expend 2 in the end phase. So kind of expensive, and then next turn Blizz can either use its effect to clear, assuming Gibby has 3 Elestrals in Underworld. He can use the effect to clear, or even if he doesn't have the 3 Elestrals in Underworld, can just swing over it and do another 2 damage. So really unfortunate for this one. We do go ahead and pay the necklace, or we enchant the necklace with the fire spirits. Getting a little bit better on learning, you know, what to enchant and when to enchant it. And what I mean by that is, like, we have Kinleo and other Nexus receivers. Kamagma is also a receiver, so you know, being smart with the necklace here, even though you know it might not matter because, you know, Sprouter's going to get cleared next turn anyways. So we will go ahead and pay out the necklace too right here, the Flormine and the Aloon, send those to the Underworld. And pass it back over. Aside from the gameplay though, the deck is coming along. I know it's obviously still not great, but it is usable. And I'm having a great time trying to find, you know, when to ascend and whatnot, and you know, I think we're really close. Like, you know, like I was talking about the past couple weeks, we just need a little bit more counterplay, and the series will start to go a lot more smooth. But I feel a lot closer in these games now than I did previously. Gibby goes out with a cast of the Catarant right there. The Catarant would have been great if we still had the Spoiled Fruit set, but unfortunately the Blizz took care of that a couple turns ago, so the Catarant effect does trigger, allowing Gibby to heal. Blizz kills, does 2 damage through battle, and then I take the 1 damage for the Catarant right there as well, so 3 damage. And yeah, we definitely needed to draw Earthquake a couple turns ago. You see the golden apples right there. We'll go ahead and throw out a Toxa Swarm right here, throw the Wind Spirit under it, burn for 1, be able to clear the Catarant as well. But we only have 2 spirits left, so we will lose on the following turn anyways. So, oh no, we did it. Okay, we had the 2 spirits left, and we put those on the Poison Tunic, and we will empower the Catarant with the Poison Tunic, just trying to do as much damage as we can right there. But now, yeah, out of spirits, now the Blizz can just kill, and we take an L here. You see the hand, the Dense Fog, the Golden Apples, the Comagma, and the Frostmite right there. So nothing to deal with the Blizz. Like I said, I was feeling really good early in that game, and then Gibby just decided to go as hard as possible on that turn 3, and that cost us the game. So anyways, GG's game 1 right here. We will hop on over to game 2. Alright, we're back for game 2 against Gibby here again. We do go second. Once again, we see the Nectar of the Gods up there. Starting very similar to turn 1, Gibby will set 2, go ahead and cast out a Narpoon here. Narpoon allowing him to search for a 1-cost Frost Celestial and add it to hand. Narpoon also a 4 attack. Really good card here. I think it's kind of underrated at this point. Definitely gets better as time goes on and more Frost Celestials come out. Searching out the Frostmite right there with a Narpoon. So like I was saying last game, very original kind of deck here. Love seeing the Frostmite. Gibby and I were actually talking a little bit after the match, and he's very excited for the new Spider stuff that's coming out in Firestorm. Definitely can't wait, but that Frostmite right there is a huge sign of that. Let's see, after the Narpoon casket, we will get to go right here. Take our first turn here. As you guys know, I hate mulliganing. It feels absolutely terrible to mulligan with a deck like ours. Maybe as we get further into the future it won't feel as bad, but we will go ahead with kind of a mini mulligan of sorts here. We will go with the Drops of Leaf. We will shuffle only 1 back. So a bit weird here to pay 2 spirits, shuffle the Tunic back, and nothing else. It's like, why not just mulligan and keep the extra card? I liked the rest of stuff in my hand in this one. I don't want to spoil anything, but I like the rest of the hand and what it could do here. So do just go ahead, shuffle the Tunic back, grab a couple cards, And I guess I will. We had a searcher in hand for an artifact. You know, that's starting to happen very frequently. I only run 2 artifacts in the deck, and I swear it feels like I see them in my hand every single game I play. I don't know if anyone else plays artifact lists often, but every single time I try to play one, this is what happens, and it feels so bad. Anyways, we'll go out with a Nobby right here. Enchant Nobby correctly, trigger the Nobby effect to reduce the Narpoon's attack by 2. And we will just go to battle and hope the back rows are nothing, and luckily for us, in this case they are nothing, we are able to clear the Narpoon and set 2 back row before we did the battle. And so we're in a pretty solid spot right here. We've got decent board control with the Nobby. We've got a couple back row, as you guys know. We don't have a whole lot, but we do have a couple that are pretty impactful, so get to see what those are shortly. We love to see a bit of slow play coming from Gibby's side here, especially with how turn 3 on the last clash went. We will see a Narpoon come down right here. We do not have a response to that, so Gibby will be able to heal the Frost back. And Gibby will just pass play back over to us. So a lot more calm turn 3 in this one. Love to see it here. Hopefully, well, we know those back row were not used last turn, and so they still potentially are something. So we most likely will be able to clear this Catarant. We will go ahead and throw down the Kinleo, throw down the Hephaestus right there. So that's why I wanted to keep the Leaf and shuffle back the Tunic right there, because we had the Kinleo and the Bank, and so we will try to trigger the Kinleo effect here, allowing us to Nexus 1. Fire from the Hephaestus to the Nobby, trigger Kinleo's second effect right here to pop the Catarant. That does go through, which is great news for us. Go ahead and swing in 4-3 right here with the Kinleo and the Nobby, and it looks like those both go through. So great spot for us. Hate to give Gibby the Frost in the Grave. We know he's on the Cryoling stuff, so hate to give him the Frost, but obviously want to keep board presence here. We'll go ahead and set a 3rd back row as well that turn. We do see another Nectar of the Gods come down from Gibby right here, allowing him to draw a couple more cards. Looks like we'll see a couple more sets on Gibby's side here. And also, I just noticed I forgot to mention earlier the turn that the Nobby came down and was able to clear the, the Narpoon in battle after triggering its effect. If we had the Doppelganger, that would go so hard. Actually, well, it really would. We don't have the second Owloon for the Doppelganger to be correctly enchanted, but just getting the 2-drop on board through battle, extra 2 damage, and keeping it on board would be absolutely insane. Unfortunately, we don't have it just yet, but hopefully here soon. We will see I believe it was an Enfrostix that brought back the Catarant, and then we see a Frostmite come down as well on Gibby's side. Gibby go ahead and flipping up an altar right here. Bit interesting right here. Gibby uses his phone as the camera right here, so having a little bit of notification, something coming in, clearing those off the screen. Anyways, we see the altar Nexus will go from the Catarant to the Frostmite here. And Frostmite, as you guys know, 3-1. Once a turn, you can reduce an Elestral's defense by 5. And so I was a bit worried right here. I thought there might have been something else that was coming down the pipeline. However, or the altar, that's right, we got to finish resolving the altar. The Kinleo gets swapped to defense, so a bit unfortunate right here for us. We do have some back row right here. We'll see if that comes up. And we do flip up the Shield of Achilles on attack right there, so great for us. Like we've said many times, the shield is one of the best counterplay pieces in the game, and here shows exactly why we're able to knock out there was the Enfrostix that turn, there was an altar, there was the Frostmite as well, so we're able to kind of take care of a couple of those pieces. Obviously Frostmite goes back to the hand, however we are able to keep board presence. We're able to keep our Kinleo, which is our Nexus, Elestral popper. If you guys know anything about Elestrals, Kinleo is an absolutely insane card in the game. Fire Nexus is one of the most popular decks in Moonrise format currently, and Kinleo is the Elestral that makes that deck go. So yeah, I want to keep the Kinleo on board here. We do go ahead and cast out a Rummagem right there, searching out a Maw Station. Don't really need to Nexus right here. We could Nexus onto, or using the Kinleo effect and not pop anything, just to get more damage. However, I was kind of content with leaving the one Fire Spirit on the Nobby, and I didn't want to lose the Hephaestus in case we needed to search later. So I kind of liked the board how it felt. Just go ahead and swing for the 4 damage right here. Still have a couple back row right here. Still have the Hephaestus on board in case we need to search for an artifact on a follow-up turn. However, we are ahead in this one, and it's looking pretty good. So we see an Ambro come down on Gibby's side right here. Heal up some spirits. Hopefully on our way to another pack here. I still do need to get some Moonrise. I don't have any currently, so that's something I still need to do to add to the wheel. I know I said that I would have some for the next win. We'll see if I can get that in time. We do see a second Ambro come down right here on Gibby's side, so the double Ambro, big heals right here. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot in this clash as long as, you know, Gibby's not sitting on the Cryoling in hand. Even worst case scenario, if Cryoling does come down, we have the... If Cryoling comes down in the back row that we have are just bluffs. Kinleo dies here. I don't know if we have anything to deal with the Cryo... Or I keep saying Cryoling. It'd be Cryovern at this point in the clash because there's definitely enough Frost Spirits in the Underworld. We do see the Frostmite come down again. This is the Frostmite we bounced last turn. Frostmite will be able to clear the Rummagem right here. Felt fine letting that Rummagem go. It did its job, searched us another Elestral, did a damage last turn as well, so didn't really want to do anything. We have multiple ways to deal with this Frostmite, whether that be through Kinleo, Nexus, and Pop Effect, or through battle. We will go ahead and Kinleo Effect Nexus, the one off of Festus right here, to pop the Frostmite. I opted at this point in the clash that we would be at a point where we have enough spirits on board for damage that I felt safe going ahead and getting rid of the Hephaestus right here in order to get extra damage. We opted to Nexus the Fire Spirit to the Kinleo this time. That way just allowing us to split out the spirits a little bit more, so if one of our Elestrals were dealt with, then we would, you know, not put all of our eggs in one basket kind of thing. And so we will go battle right here, swing with the Moss Station, swing with the Kinleo, swing with the Nobby for 5. Moss Station effect triggers, switching it to defense. And right here, Gibby scoops on this one. So yeah, kind of a absolutely crazy game in the first clash on Gibby's side, being able to go so wide so fast. Just for this one to kind of be the opposite. Gibby drew, it sounds like he drew pretty poorly in this one. We know we saw a couple Nectars come down in this one, saw a couple Ambros, but cards does not play out the way that he wanted to this time. But we love it. We're getting our 3rd win of the series here. You saw the Earthquake in the hand, which I kind of hinted at early in this one. I didn't want to mulligan this hand away specifically because the Earthquake was in hand. And then you guys see our boy the Neander Sloth right there. Love that Sloth. It's my favorite card in the deck at this point. But yeah, anyways, so we will get over to a wheel spin in this episode in just a second. I will see you guys over there. And we are here at the wheel for our 3rd win. GG's to Gibby in that one. Like I said, shout out Gibby, great guy. First time I met him, awesome dude. Glad to have the opportunity to play him. Hope we can play some more in the future. Yeah, here at the wheel, I kind of spoiled through that second clash midway through that we were getting the win. I was just very excited. It's fun to open these packs. Obviously, this is the highlight of the series, winning games with a bad deck, and you know, be able to get these packs and upgrade the deck. The whole point we're here. So again, I apologize. I do not have Moonrise. I did not think that our next win would come that quickly after the second win, and so I kind of dragged my feet on getting the Moonrise. I will make sure to at least get a few packs, so we will be able to add it to the wheel. But for this one, we are just with the base set, Frostfall and Daybreak. And yeah, a bit sad. Like I was saying earlier, I kind of wanted to get a Doppelganger for the Nobby combo, and obviously cannot do that with Moonrise. So a bit unfortunate there, but a lot of great cards in base set, Daybreak, and Frostfall. So yeah, let's go ahead and spin and see what we get for our next pack. And we are getting a base set pack. So love to see base set. Obviously one of the best sets in the game. The first set, a lot of generic stuff in there. Hopefully we can get something good. But anyways, we will do the opening and the short upgrade or update to the deck in the beginning of the next video. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe. If you have any ideas for the series or any feedback or anything, feel free to leave that in the comments. Yeah, but I think that is it. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys again next week.